Hey guys, this is a jungle tier list from a Diamond 5 player's perspective. My OPGG and free low coaching will also be in the description below. So we're just gonna start off. I'm gonna say why the people are where they are, why I think that, blah blah blah. Evelyn, Evelyn's really good on the fact that people don't disrespect the champion. You have to play a lot differently when Evelyn's in the game because wards aren't as useful against her. And her ability to gank is pretty fucking good. She can just mark you. She has a charm. I mean, it's complete rape, and she does burst damage. So you're weak in the early game. She can really catapult off of that. Shyvana, she's this really intelligent jungler. They have to take a lot of skill in a player. Um, Basically, what you do for the first 10 minutes, you farm. You come out of lane, everybody dies. You win the game. GG. UDR is basically Shyvana. No, UDR is still a dog shit champ in my opinion. He just has too good of base stats. UDR got several buffs in a row before the new runes hit, and the new runes they actually benefit him pretty well. So right now, even though I think he's a dog shit champion, and the fact that he's basically Volibear, if Volibear was worth two shits, Rammus, you only pick Rammus in the heavy AD comps. If you pick this into a heavy AD comp, they basically lose the game. He's pretty fucking AIDS. But if you pick this into a heavy AP comp, you're a fucking retard. Shaco is basically Evelyn, but he's just not as much of a threat as Evelyn. His stats aren't just as not nearly as obnoxious as Evelyn can be. Warwick's really good in my opinion due to his Q still being a bug for some reason. If you can easily abuse his Q, and if you learn how to abuse that, you will climb. I'm serious, like it's so fucking disgusting. Doing double damage on his Q, I hate this fucking champ. And you can get Drakes at level 32, which is pretty nice. Xin Zhao, even though Xin Zhao got raped really hard with recent nerfs, I still think this champion is A tier. Um, he's just so easy to play. Like his skill shot isn't really a skill shot because after you land the engage on somebody, they're basically that you knock them up, then do the skill shot. So you basically can never miss it unless they flash away. Rek'Sai is like basically Jarvan. Rek'Sai I think is better than Jarvan though, due to Jarvan getting a lot of nerfs. If she carries, she can go full, I'm gonna kill you one shot, or she can go tank. Her and Jarvan are basically the same in that aspect. But Jarvan has more access to backline than she does. Jarvan can, instantly hold somebody down. Sejuani is basically an age champion. Sejuani has a lot of high damages, even though after all the nerfs, she still has decent base damages for an AP jungler. With the buffs coming to AP junglers in the next patch or two, you could see her go to S tier. And she's just extremely tanky and a nuisance. Her R is a nuisance. Everything about this champion is AIDS. Ornn, so Ornn is the result of you release like a D tier, C tier champion, and then you buff him for 8 patches in a row, and then you wonder why he gets OP. Fucking retards. He just has really high base damages. He can out damage some of the bruisers in top lane while being more tanky than them, which is super balanced. Shin, even though getting nerfed, the thing that makes Shin is the fact that he has a global ult. He can impact other lanes effectively. I mean, that's why you see Shin support also is so good because he can TP. Especially, it's just aids to deal with. I mean, you can. Nobody's gonna be. It's hard for somebody to be able to kill somebody for the first kill or second kill in lane. But then to deal with like a 400, damage shield, that's fucking AIDS. Nidalee, Nidalee gonna get even better. If you really want to, you should play Nidalee. To be honest, with in 8.2, 8.3, AP junglers are gonna get a buff. She is gonna get directly buffed by the changes they are doing, and she's already. I think I should have probably put her A plus tier, honestly, but she is so good. Spell Thief Nidalee is pretty damn good. You should try it out. Jax, if you Jax jungle, I think it's kind of troll in my opinion. His ganks are okay. He's basically Shyvana, but just 2 tiers down. Camille jungle is pretty good. Your ganks are solid. You scale well into mid to late. You have lockdown potential with your ult. Kindred, I don't really like Kindred because if you don't carry as Kindred, you're useless. That's basically all I have to say. Elise, Elise is basically Kindred. She has a little bit more utility with her cocoon. Wukong, same thing. Wukong can go tank, but it's pretty. Yeah, Wukong can go tank, but it's like, why would you go tank on Wukong when you go tank on Jarvan? That makes sense. Kayn, I really like Kayn. I was debating putting Kayn at A plus tier, but his early game was just too damn weak. So if Kayn's carrying, he goes Shadow Assassin, or if you have a real squishy team, you go Shadow Assassin. Rost is for really, like, they have a big tank team, or you're behind and you need Rost. Kha'Zix, just like Kindred, feast or famine. If you don't carry, you're useless. Mundo, you pick this in the heavy AP comps due to his he has kind of like a immunity, not immunity, but a built resistance into his kit to MR. Trundle, um, Trundle jungle's not that bad. His ganks are okay. The best thing about him though is going top or bot. His Q is pretty fucking AIDS top or bot to the fact that it lowers their AD. Rengar is just like Kha'Zix, feast or famine. You get ahead, you're worth something. You don't, you're useless. Zac, even though Zac got nerfed for like 6 patches in a row, Zac is still easy to deal with. With Aftershock, he actually Aftershock makes people who don't do damage, actually like do some damage, which is fucking retarded. And it also makes him more tanky, which is why is that a thing? Fucking stupid. Maokai, Maokai with Aftershock, you can stay alive for way too long. I mean, there's literally videos in pro play of Maokai. Like, you kill everybody on their team, and then it takes them 20 seconds focusing Maokai to actually end them. Like, it's fucking unreal. Lee Sin, Lee Sin is an early game jungler. Mostly good for, you gotta gank early, you need a camp bot. That's what you need to do with him. Skarner with the buffs that are actually really good to him. 0.5 second increase on his stun is fucking insane. I think you'll see Skarner actually become a halfway decent pick. Cho'Gath is just, all his kit is CC, or he's got a silence on his W. He does a lot of damage. He has pick potential with his alt. Ivern. The thing about Ivern that's great is people just don't know what he does or how to play against him properly. That's really the main reason you pick Ivern. Pantheon, you fall off mid to late. By the time you're a suicide bomber, you best hope you carry in the early game. Riven, same thing. You best hope you carry in the early game. Vi, you don't really need to carry in the early game. You can be a tank for your team. You have lockdown potential with the R. Amumu, if you're in gold to silver bronze, this is the only jungler you see most likely. Um, Amumu is just really easy to play. I recommend picking him up. He's not bad. Olaf, Olaf's better in top lane with the Comet Q build, where you just max Q, build Comet, shit on the enemy player. Graves with the buffs he got, I don't think the buffs are that substantial, but it does make him more of a reliable pick, but he's still feast or famine. Ezreal, he's still good, but you have to get ahead to be useful. Kled jungle, you have utility with your alt, you have good lockdown potential. His ganks are actually pretty fucking atrocious to deal with, and he scales early to late, fine. Kale, same thing, has team utility, scales late, her ganks are kind of lackluster though, I will say that. Poppy, ganks can be horrendous top or bot. Mid, they're not like as bad because it's harder to hit somebody into a wall there. Malphite, pick him into heavy AD comps. He's basically Rammus, but just not as good. You need to be saving your. Malphite's really good to pick into if you have like a Yasuo, because you can obviously see, you know, TF jungle. TF jungle is not trolling. You can TP in. His ganks are great, especially level 6. Does a lot of damage. Get ganks off readily, easily once he hits level 6. Your jungle is a thing. You can go into a lane, easily get a tower. It's so good. You go top or mid or bot, you gank for them. If you get a kill, you can take that turret with his ult. Nocturne, basically feast or famine character, but it's just so dog shit, in my opinion. Nobody in my MR plays this champ, because nobody, why would you? Nunu is basically trolling, in my opinion. Don't play this doing solo queue. Hecarim, basically trolling. You feast or famine, well, Hecarim, it's not even. It's hard for Hecarim to carry in some aspects because he's just such a flawed champion. Yi, basically he's Yasuo but jungle. That's basically what Yi is. Twitch jungle is really good. You have to carry. You have to carry with this though. That's the thing. You have to carry. Same with Diana Jungle. You have to carry. Same with Jace Jungle. You have to carry. I mean, all basically the entire B tier is all carries or troll picks. Echo, you can build tank. The thing about Echo is he's extremely annoying in fights due to him being able to just alt, get back a lot of his health. With the nerfs to Gragas just isn't that good. Don't pick him. You're trolling. Fiddlesticks doesn't have that great gank, so you're trolling Volibear. Basically, Udyr if he had good stats or, any type of mobility. Dog shit champ. Tryndamere, you're trolling. I mean, why you play Tryndamere John? His ganks aren't good. His ganks are like some of the worst. I mean, he literally slows you. That's it. That's his gank. Galio, I mean, he's just been nerfed so hard to make him not viable for pro play. He's not even worth trying to play in solo queue. You're inting. If somebody picks his dodge. Same with Urgot Jungle. Somebody picks his dodge. Urgot Jungle has good ganks if you can land a Q off. Like if you can get a QE on you, pretty solid gank. You're probably dead. But other than that, he doesn't really. He scales okay mid to late, but his pathing is just terrible, and his first jungle clear is horrendous. So that's it for my patch 8.1 solo queue tier list for jungle. Um, I have free low coaching, so you can get better with that. I offer free low coaching. My OPGG will also be in the description below.